So welcome everyone. My name is Georgina Bennett and I'm the General Manager for Central Europe for Mars Pet Nutrition. I'm very excited to share with you a few moments today about our Equal Pay Day conference coming up, and to also introduce a speaker which will be there on behalf of Mars, as I'm unable to attend the session due to my second pregnancy, which I'm really excited to share with not only the business but also in terms of the company which is ahead of us as well. My career has been over 15 years at Mars, and I've had a great privilege to work across different markets, different parts of our business. And what really has defined my experience is what I would call strong leadership and how that's changed over time. So we talk about strong leadership, we often talk about endurance and what does that mean? And actually there are different seasons in terms of how we need to be managing that through our times and our careers as well. And when we talk about the seasons of that endurance, it's about how do we make sure that we're managing our resilience through highs, lows, as well as pauses as well. And what's really significant is that we need to take that time to be able to build our own energy and also to be able to support others through it. And that's what's really key with leadership. It's not only in terms of being there for yourself, having your first oxygen mask on, but also in terms of how you set the tone for the business and for others, because people will look to you from an inspiration point of view as well. And when I think about the Czech Republic, so I've been in this role for the last 9 months, and actually when I came into the role of behalf of Central Europe, there was lots of times where there's lots of different things going on, and we really needed to create focus, needed to create clarity, and we also needed to simplify as well. And being a leader who is able to recognize the complexity, be able to bring clarity, and also in times of chaos, be able to create and communicate clearly, really helps to enable our associates and our teams to be empowered as well. And what I found through this experience of being here in Czech and also leading on behalf of Central Europe is that being able to provide that focus actually led to better outcomes for our associates. It meant that people were more engaged, more energized, and they really felt that purpose as to why they were here versus feeling overwhelmed. And it's really about how we create that simplicity to help support our teams around us as well. And that's a real key part of how we are leading and how we also do that with our teams as well. So inclusion diversity, I'm actually on the board of directors for inclusion diversity at Mars. And what we mean by I&D from a Mars point of view is that making sure that everyone feels a sense where they are belonging. And this is not just about policies or practices or the elements, this is actually the feeling of how people feel. And one thing I've really learned, and one thing which I really try to do to create inclusive environments, is about flexibility and recognizing that when people come to work, they're coming at different times of their life stage, they're coming at different energy levels during that day from different to the others, and also they're in different parts of the business cycle as well. And the more we can give that flexibility and show and showcase that to our teams, the more powerful it can be to really create that inclusive environment, as well as giving people the space so they feel like they can belong and they can also have the right intentions when they come to work as well. So when we talk about purpose and resilient leadership, actually this is really core to me right now because I'm 15 years into my career. I've got a 16-month-old baby at home and I'm expecting my second. So it's very crucial for me to stay grounded and to also make sure I'm managing my resilience and my energy as well. And one thing which is really fundamental for me in terms of how I do that is creating simplicity and being really clear on the choices which I'm doing. Being incredibly intentional when I'm at work in terms of what are those boundaries which I'm creating, but also how am I preserving my own energy. And for me personally, that means getting out into nature, being able to do the activities which I love, which is hiking, being outdoors, Normally I play tennis, but obviously can't do that being pregnant. Secondly, it's about making sure I have the right number of hours of sleep, which can be a bit challenging with a 16-month-old, but actually making sure I get the right focus when it comes to sleep. And then also about your own diet and your nutrition as well. And just being and embracing that healthy lifestyle really helps me to have the right energy I need to be a leader at work, but also to be a great mum at home. And that's really fundamental as well. Wellbeing into my leadership is not just a separate initiative, it's actually a key enabler of performance. And there's lots of different elements of what I do. I do this through exercise, I do this through nutrition, I do this through the right amount of sleep. But also I do this in terms of with the teams about how do we make sure we're focusing on the right areas and what are the right choices which we need to be making. When I came into this role, I really recognized that there was lots of different directions which teams were going, and actually we needed to make sure we were focusing in on the right performance areas and making this a critical enabler. And being able to give people time to recharge, re-energize, and to do what they want to do best. And that also means embracing and leading with things like taking holiday, making sure that you're really strict with your working hours, but also communicating if I am being more flexible, how I need to be able to do that as well. And so I think how we can lead that as leaders is really crucial from that side as well.